place last week with double-digit tackles and a sack. It's the Chargers and the Aviators. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And bringing them out is the rare southpaw in his 4th year, coming off his best season as a pro, Tua Tagovailoa.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Aiden Hutchinson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning, and I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
And here's Rodgers on the return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who nearly broke the single-season rushing record for quarterbacks last season. A true dual threat out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about is when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and saying, all right, well, man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
Fields on 1st down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Aviators will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a two-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it was unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both of your pins in this last game. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for two.
So they went for two and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. So Tua making the completion there. What's different about playing a left-handed quarterback like him? And specifically, I guess, what does this defense need to try and take away?
I'll take the first part that you asked about being left-handed. We've got to find out if he can move to his right and still continue to be accurate. So I want to push him in that direction and see if he can get his body squared around and make those throws that he's used to making. The next part is he's a dart thrower. Loves those short to intermediate routes first. Sit on those and make him throw the deep ball. Not that he's not capable, but you want him to prove it to you first.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. 6-0 our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Dobbins. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
And his kick is indeed good, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. yards, but not before he's across the 35.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of players. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 43 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alex Singleton. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this a spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
Nick Bosa breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. So they couldn't get anything there, Charles. Now 4th down from their own 2, and a bad situation, to be frank, for the special teams.
Yeah, if you are the punting team now, your number one thing is protect the punter because you got to think they may actually come after him trying to get a big play.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Pretty fortunate there. The interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll let this go deep for Waddle.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle
with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Aviators will extend their... final minute of the half. Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On first down, Tagovailoa. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with John. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime. Ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports? And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27th.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Again, Walker.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown.
Kenneth Walker, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Aviators take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tua now on first down. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, it's pretty evident that's not the way you want to try and establish momentum ahead of a possible fourth-quarter comeback, because you needed points there, at least something to build on for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Rodgers to return it. Tokyo set to go on offense once again. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Go.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. He'll let this go deep for Waddle.
That's caught inside the 20. And they rattle off a big one. 52 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 3 quarters have come and gone. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4.
21G.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this one taken in by Cephas.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got his man, London, right side.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Tua going to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
This is the calm before the storm, baby. Come on, baby. Come on with it.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Here's Tua.
This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Now here's whistles and another timeout. That's going to leave him with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On 2nd down, Tua.
This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Noah Gray.
From 13 yards out.
And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Off play action, Fields. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now it's Fields.
Steps away to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
Here we go, son.
Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle.
From 8 yards out.
And the Aviators add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And the Chargers coming out of the field now.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 6. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
The first down screen pass, good for 5. And they're going to speed things up here. From the gun, it's Tua.
Looking for London on the out route, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tua to throw again.
And caught by London.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown.
Michael Mayer
with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe. Look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Moody for the PAT.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a Michael Mayer touchdown grab.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
So the Chargers now down by 12. 20 seconds to go. The turnover does give them life, but they still need 2 scores. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Throwing Tua. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Here's Tua. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, it's pretty difficult to summon up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
No choice but to go. Here's fourth down now.
44, ready.
Tua. Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Now Tua. One last shot at the end zone.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when